What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something seriously exciting, something that blends pure American muscle heritage with modern technology in a way we haven't seen in decades. This is the 2026 Plymouth GTX, a legendary name reborn for a new generation, and in this video we're going to take a deep look at the interior, the exterior, the performance, and of course the pricing to see if this modern GTX truly lives up to its iconic badge. Let's start with the exterior, because one look at this car and you immediately understand that this is not just another retro throwback. The 2026 GTX has a bold, aggressive stance that commands attention from every angle. Up front, you get a wide, squared-off grille with a modern interpretation of the classic split design. The LED headlights are slim and sharp, giving the car an intimidating glare, while subtle GTX badging sits proudly across the grille, reminding everyone this is not the base model. The hood is where things really get interesting. You've got functional hood scoops that not only look menacing but actually help channel air into the engine bay. Strong character lines run from the nose all the way down the sides, emphasizing the car's muscular proportions. The fenders are flared just enough to house those massive wheels, which come in 20-inch standard form and 21-inch on higher trims. Wrapped in high-performance tires, they fill out the wheel arches perfectly, giving the GTX that planted, road-hugging look. Moving to the side profile, the long hood and short rear deck proportions scream classic muscle car, but the roofline has a sleek, fastback-inspired curve that adds a modern performance feel. The door handles are flush for better aerodynamics, and there's a subtle side skirt design that enhances airflow without looking overly dramatic. Around back, you're greeted by a full-width LED taillight bar that stretches across the rear, blending old-school inspiration with contemporary design. The rear diffuser is aggressive, and the quad exhaust tips let everyone know this car means business. Overall, the exterior design of the 2026 Plymouth GTX perfectly balances heritage and innovation. It looks modern, it looks powerful, and most importantly, it looks unmistakably American. Now let's step inside, because the interior is where Plymouth has really surprised people. As soon as you open the door, you're greeted by a driver-focused cockpit that feels both premium and performance-oriented. The seats are heavily bolstered sport buckets, available in leather and Alcantara depending on the trim. They hug you tightly during spirited driving but remain comfortable enough for daily commuting. The dashboard design is clean and horizontal, with a large digital instrument cluster right in front of the driver. This fully customizable display gives you everything from traditional analog-style gauges to performance data like lap times, G-forces, and boost pressure if you opt for the supercharged model. In the center, there's a large touchscreen infotainment system that supports wireless smartphone connectivity, navigation, and over-the-air updates. The interface is smooth and responsive, and it doesn't overwhelm you with unnecessary complexity. Physical controls haven't disappeared either, which is something enthusiasts will appreciate. You still get real knobs for volume and climate control, and the steering wheel features tactile buttons that are easy to use while driving. The flat-bottom steering wheel itself feels thick and sporty, wrapped in premium materials with contrast stitching that adds a touch of flair. In terms of space, the GTX is surprisingly practical for a performance coupe. Front seat occupants have plenty of legroom and headroom, and while the rear seats aren't limousine spacious, they're usable for short trips or extra cargo when folded down. The trunk offers decent storage capacity, making this car more versatile than you might expect. Ambient lighting adds a modern touch to the cabin, and you can customize the colors to match your mood. Higher trims also offer a premium sound system with crystal-clear audio, turning the GTX into a comfortable grand tourer when you're not pushing it to its limits. Now let's talk about what really matters in a car like this, performance. The 2026 Plymouth GTX comes with multiple powertrain options, starting with a 3.0-liter twin-turbocharged inline-six that produces around 420 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque. This base engine is anything but basic. Paired with either a 6-speed manual transmission or an 8-speed automatic, it delivers strong acceleration and a thrilling exhaust note. For those who crave more power, there's an upgraded 6.2-liter V8 option pushing out approximately 500 horsepower. This engine transforms the GTX into a true muscle machine, capable of launching from 0 to 60 in the low 4-second range. The sound of that V8 roaring through the quad exhaust is pure automotive theater. And then there's the range-topping supercharged V8 variant. This beast produces an estimated 650 horsepower, making it the most powerful GTX ever built. With launch control engaged and the performance tires gripping the pavement, this version can sprint to 60 in around 3.5 seconds. It's brutally fast, yet surprisingly composed. The chassis has been engineered to handle all that power. The GTX features an advanced rear-wheel drive platform with optional all-wheel drive on certain trims. The suspension system includes adaptive dampers that adjust in real time based on road conditions and driving mode. In comfort mode, the ride is smooth and refined. Switch to sport or track mode, and the car tightens up significantly, reducing body roll and sharpening steering response. Speaking of steering, it's precise and well-weighted, giving you a strong connection to the road. The braking system is equally impressive, with large ventilated discs and multi-piston calipers that provide confident stopping power even after repeated hard use. Fuel efficiency isn't the main focus here, but the turbocharged 6-cylinder offers reasonable economy for a car in this segment. The V8 models, as expected, prioritize performance over efficiency, but cylinder deactivation technology helps improve highway mileage when cruising. Safety and driver assistance features are also part of the package. You get adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, and automatic emergency braking. These systems work seamlessly in the background, adding peace of mind without taking away from the driving experience. Now let's talk about pricing, because this is where the 2026 Plymouth GTX becomes even more interesting. The base model with the twin-turbo inline-6 is expected to start around $48,000. At that price, you're getting serious performance, modern technology, and iconic styling, making it a strong value in the performance coupe market. Step up to the naturally aspirated V8 trim, and you're looking at a starting price closer to $58,000. This version hits the sweet spot for many buyers, offering classic V8 power without reaching into extreme pricing territory. The top-of-the-line supercharged model comes in at approximately $72,000 to start, and fully loaded versions can climb into the low $80,000 range. While that might sound steep, considering the performance numbers and features on offer, it remains competitive with other high-performance muscle cars and sports coupes. So, is the 2026 Plymouth GTX worth it? If you're looking for a car that blends classic American muscle DNA with modern refinement, advanced technology, and serious performance capability, the answer is a strong yes. It delivers on style, it delivers on power, and it manages to stay practical enough for everyday use. The revival of the GTX name could have easily been just a nostalgic marketing move, but instead, it feels like a genuine effort to create something special. This car respects its heritage while embracing the future, and that's not an easy balance to strike. Let me know in the comments what you think about the new GTX. Would you go for the turbocharged 6, the V8, or the supercharged monster? And as always, if you enjoyed this review, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the hottest cars on the road. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.